to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On behalf of the board, with great pleasure, our first item on the agenda are the appointments of police chief and fire chief. And I'll turn the proceedings over to Mr. Belliconis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Greg Belliconis. I'm the town administrator. Welcome this evening. It's a very happy occasion for all of us to be here to announce the permanent appointment of our new police and new fire chief. As you know, Richard Harris has been appointed as the permanent fire chief, and Edward Nolan has been appointed as the permanent police chief. I would like to express my appreciation to both of the gentlemen, Mr. Nolan and Mr. Harris, for stepping forward during a time of need and serving the respective police and fire departments over the past year. I can assure those who are here it's been difficult, and they've done a great job, and I want to commend them and congratulate them on the job that they've done over the last year. Both of the gentlemen who we are happy to be here tonight have done an excellent job. As you know, they are both very long-term employees to this community, and they've shown tremendous dedication to the town, to the department, to members of their department, and I think that's to be commended. The important thing here is that this was a new process for us. You will recall over a period of time we've discussed the promotion of a police and fire chief and the best way to hire a new police and fire chief, and we did something a little bit different this time. Instead of having the normal civil service written exam, the town went through an assessment center. And it was an eye-opening experience to both of us, to all of us that were involved, to both of the chiefs, and also to the other candidates that have participated in the process. I think it went well. That's just my personal opinion. But I think the proof of it going well are the two gentlemen that are here this evening and are being promoted to their respective ranks and new positions this evening. So I would hope that going forward, it's a process that everyone feels comfortable with. I think everyone is very happy and very satisfied with the results. That said, it was about an 18-month process from start to finish. It's never easy. It's never as quick as everyone hopes it and expects that it will be. But nevertheless, we are happy with the results. I do wish to have both Chief Harris and Chief Nolan step forward. I would ask that Chief Nolan would be the first to be sworn in, and then anyone that he wishes to accompany him with the town clerk step forward. When that swearing in is completed, I will turn it back to the chairman in terms of the board members that wish to make any comments, and then we'll proceed with the swearing in of Chief Harris. Similarly, turn it back to the board with any comments that they wish to make. And at the end, we would ask that the press or anyone that wishes to engage in photographs would do it at that time. Thank you very much. Chief Nolan?
I, Edward W. Nolan,
do solemnly swear
that I will fulfill and uphold my duties and responsibilities
as police chief
for the town of North Reading
to the best of my abilities,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, that I will obey and be bound by the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Charter and the bylaws of the town of North Reading, and the rules and regulations of the North Reading Police Department, that I will serve and protect
that I will serve and protect
the community at large
the community at large
and the citizens within,
and the citizens within,
that I will impart my professional standards
that I will impart my professional standards
of quality and integrity
of quality and integrity
so that the conduct of my office
so that the conduct of my office
shall be above reproach
shall be above reproach
and shall merit public confidence.
and shall merit public confidence,
And further,
that
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
the
duties and obligations which are incumbent upon me as police chief to the best of my abilities for the term of my appointment. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Chief.
Congratulations, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Board members, if you have any comments, I will turn it over to you.
Congratulations, Chief, again. I've known Eddie for many, many years. I won't say how many, because it's a lot. And this is a big step forward for the town of North Reading, and we're going to have a big step forward with the fire chief also. And I want to thank both you gentlemen, and you'll be up in a minute, Richie. You guys are going to do a great job. Thank you.
Ed, I want to congratulate you, and everyone should know that I worked with Ed very closely during the construction of the police station, and it was a pleasure working with him, and his efforts and the efforts of the members of the building committee and members of the police department and fire department that worked together to make the project a success is an example of what I expect from our new police chief. Thank you.
Chief, I also, as the newest member of this board, wish to congratulate you on your appointment as the Division Chief of Police of the town of North Reading. I look forward to the opportunity of working with you, and I really appreciate the time you gave me prior to my election.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Congratulations, Chief.
Thanks, Michael.
Just like to say, over the last couple of years, getting to know Mr. Nolan, Chief Nolan, and he's been one of the most approachable people in the entire system of the town. And I always like to talk to Mr. Nolan. And on top of being a great police officer, he's a great guy.
Thank you, Chief. Absolutely. Chief Harris, switch.
Acting Chief Harris, if you would kindly raise your right hand and repeat after me your oath of office. I, Richard N. Harris,
I, Richard N. Harris,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will fulfill and uphold
that I will fulfill and uphold
my duties and responsibilities
my duties and responsibilities
as fire chief
as fire chief
for the town of North Reading
for the town of North Reading
to the best of my abilities,
to the best of my ability,
that I will abide by
that I will abide by
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
the Code of Massachusetts Fire Regulations,
the Code of Massachusetts Fire Regulations,
the Charter and the bylaws of the town of North Reading,
the Charter and the bylaws of the town of North Reading,
and the rules and regulations of the North Reading Fire Department,
and the rules and regulations of the North Reading Fire Department,
that I will serve and protect
and I will serve and protect
the community at large
the community at large
and the citizens within,
and the citizens within,
that I will impart
that I will impart
my professional standards
my professional standards,
of quality and integrity,
quality and integrity,
so that the conduct of my office
so that the conduct of my office
shall be above reproach
shall be above reproach
and shall merit public confidence.
and will merit public confidence.
And further,
And further,
that I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties and obligations
all the duties and obligations
which are incumbent upon me
me
which are incumbent upon me
as fire chief
as fire chief
to the best of my ability
to the best of my abilities
for the term of my appointment,
for the term of my appointment,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Mike, you start.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'd just like to say this is an extremely proud day for me and my entire family. I think my dad's a second-generation fire chief now. I think that's pretty cool. My grandfather,
Mr.
Nelson,
Harris.
was also a fire chief in town. I think about all the things that my parents have taught me and my family has taught me, and I look at all the family members I have and friends who are all firefighters and involved in public service, and I think that's one of the most valuable things that they've imparted upon me is a good commitment to my community and public service in general. And let's say, I love my dad. And this is
Congratulations, Chief. As I said earlier, this is the big step forward for the town of North Reading. Chief Harris is going to do an outstanding job, and he's very capable of handling the mission ahead. Thank you, Chief.
Congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I really want to thank you for stepping in over the past 18 months, and maybe it's even 2 years now. I've lost track.
3.5 years now.
Managing the fire department in an acting role, which is not an easy role, and it's much appreciated. And serving with your fine son has been also a pleasure. Again, thank you very much.
Chief Nolan, congratulations as the newest member of this board. I look forward to working with you. I also thank you for the time that you gave me the last couple of months. I appreciate it. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Chief, thank you. I can't tell you what a pleasure it's been to work with you, to see the level of knowledge, the respect and the trust that you have in this community. It's really important for me to see that. And I'm impressed, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
I'd just like to say thank you to my family for standing behind me, for all the time that they've given to me, and all the time that they've given up to allow me to participate in the fire service. I thank them. I thank the fire chiefs over here. Got Dave Hollow, Ed O'Brien's over there, Chief Shaw, Chief Sweetland, my dad for guiding me and bringing me in the direction that I've gone. My father started me in this business. Freddie kind of fine-tuned me a little bit. Everything kind of worked out kind of smooth. And the fire chiefs that are here, Jack Farrell, Deputy Chief Flowery, guys that I called in the middle of the night when I had problems, they answered, gave me answers, they helped me out, and the guys that I work with, and the lady that runs the fire station. I thank you for thank you to the police officers for helping my department through a trying time and the time that we transitioned from new chiefs and so forth. Thank you very much for your help, your support.
Could I just ask you to stay? Could you, let's see.
Sure, absolutely.